So does your son or daughter complain about their body? How young is too young for them to diet? This is such a difficult topic to talk about with your child, especially since kids are starting to worry more and more about their body image at younger ages. Listen to this. Did you know that 42% of first through third grade girls, you're talking about basically 5 and 6 to about 8 or 9, are worried and want to be thinner? 81% of 10-year-olds are already afraid of being fat, and 46% of 9 to 11-year-olds are on some kind of diet. I mean, we used to think about this as being an issue related to teenagers, but we're talking about this starting in elementary school. Joining me now to explain the right way really to discuss healthy weight and food with your child is Lori Osachi with the Body Image Counseling Center. Good morning to you. I was stunned when you sent me these statistics because it's hard enough talking when you're thinking about talking to your elementary school kids just about bullying and other things that may be going on in school and sharing, for example, and now you have to worry about this. Let's start with the warning signs, if we could, if you don't mind. What would you say is a warning sign, particularly elementary age kids, of maybe some kind of an eating disorder, or at least the start of an eating disorder?
Unfortunately, I have to say it's talking about dieting or saying they look fat or feel fat, or a part of their body that looks fat, that they feel looks fat, like their tummy sticking out, or that they feel like they're fat all over you. We're hearing that in younger and younger kids.
So what do you say to them? You know, if your daughter or your son comes to you and say, "Mommy, I don't like my belly," or they call themselves fat, do you change that word around? Because that just seems like such an evil word at that age.
That's true. Well, our whole culture has labeled fat as a bad word. And so you would think that just to say, "You're not fat, honey, don't worry about it," would be enough, but it's not. When kids are feeling that way inside, they don't see themselves accurately. So saying you're not isn't going to help, but beginning to help them talk back to negative messages in the media, to say people come in all different shapes and sizes, to start to show them how models get airbrushed and even the pictures of models are not real, then they can begin to break through that way of thinking about their bodies.
Well, it's interesting, too, because maybe they do have a belly, which is not a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. But is this also when you start that conversation about, well, you do eat desserts 3 times a day and you don't get enough exercise, or is that just bad? I mean,
no,
you're laughing at me. I know,
I don't mean to laugh at you.
It's so hard if they come to you. It's like,
because you want your kids to be healthy, too.
Right.
But I think it should be part of an overall conversation about exercise to feel good, not to look good, to be happy, to avoid depression, to avoid stress. And that way you don't even have to talk about it in terms of getting fat. And kids are more likely to stick with exercise if it's presented as something that's fun and makes you feel good. And also, if they're having dessert 3 times a day, then that's something maybe to talk about as a family.
Right.
You know,
it's not their fault. They're not packing the lunch.
When they're little like that, it's really more up to parents to present a variety of foods, not to deprive dessert entirely, but to present a variety of foods all the time, including dessert.
So how do you counter with but I eat so healthy, Mommy, during lunch, but so-and-so eats pizza and potato chips and dessert, and I don't do that, and she is so skinny and I'm not?
That's not easy. That is not easy. And what I would tell kids is that all kids are growing, and their bodies change so much as you're growing up. And you don't know what you're going to look like when you're an adult. So the best thing to do is to eat a variety of foods and know that even those skinny little kids, they're going to go through changes too. And also, we're born in all different shapes and sizes. Only 2% of women are supermodel size. The rest, believe me, are making themselves throw up, dieting, taking drugs, to get to that body size.
And that's part of the warning signs also, the binge eating, the anorexia, kind of a strong sense of perfectionism you've mentioned, skipping meals also?
Yes, and unfortunately, again, a lot of us parents do that. That's in our culture,
busy,
just
sure.
skip meals, and we're not built to skip meals. We're supposed to eat about every 4 hours. So if you're skipping, the most important thing with kids of this young age is to model to them listening to your natural hunger.
And you have to remember that when you're standing next to your daughter and you're looking in the mirror and you're trying something on and you make that comment, these jeans make my thighs look big, you're just sending the wrong message.
Yeah, you just have to zip up, and if you can't help it, then you need to maybe look at your own ideas about how you feel about your body and to get some help to figure out, why do I feel this bad about my body? And women, from the time we're little, we're told to hate our bodies, so it's not easy.
It is
Not
tough.
easy at
It
all.
is tough. As I raise a daughter, I
men
see
too.
it and I hear it, of course, and it's a problem with boys as well.
I'm seeing more and more boys coming into my practice not liking their bodies, wanting these washboard abs and to be cut and ripped, and that's not normal, especially for boys going through puberty, and their bodies change a lot too, so it's too much pressure on them.
Lori, thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. It's always important to have this conversation as early as you can with your children. For more information and help, you can, of course, contact Lori at the Body Image Counseling Center. The number to dial to reach her is 737-3232. We will also post her website with this interview on the morning show page later this morning on news4jax.com.